Blain.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. My question is to the Chief Minister. Chief Minister, reducing crime and antisocial behaviour across the Territory remains a key focus of our government. In my electorate of Blain, I know when we see welfare payments, we see a spike in antisocial behaviour. I'm interested to see what we can do in this space to help reduce crime and antisocial behaviour, not only in my own electorate of Blain, but also across the Northern Territory. Chief Minister, can you please explain if our CLP plan to reduce crime, including looking at Centrelink when Centrelink payments are made, has received any support at the federal level?
Chief Minister.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker, and I thank the member for Blain for his question. I know that certainly out there in Palmerston, people are sick and tired of high levels of crime under Labor, and they're willing to try anything that will support a safer community. And I also note the hard work we've done on our reducing crime laws, and I've just given notice of more powers for police for debate at a later stage. And so this is the work of the government we're doing in response to the concerns of communities like yours, Member for Blain, because it isn't good enough what they've been served up under 8 years of Labor. And to that end, people in Alice Springs have just had the most horrific time. Labor's turned their back on them. We haven't seen projects being delivered. And of course, we've seen crime completely dominate the narrative, destroy the town's reputation, gut its tourism industry, and people are leaving as a result of it. And people are absolutely demoralised. But we very quickly stood up Operation Ludlow, a fugitive task force, and really surged into that town to provide a consistent and comprehensive response. Now, as part of being out on the ground in Alice Springs, as I've been a number of times, and when I'm in Alice, it's I'm out non-stop on the ground talking to people, mobile officers, out on the front line with police, out in the streets. We are out everywhere asking everyone, what's going on? How can we help? What are the next steps? And so a collective result of that was a 7-point plan I put to the federal government and the federal coalition. And I'm very pleased to say that 2 Alice Springs visits ago, the federal opposition leader of the coalition, Peter Dutton, was in Alice Springs and made that in principle support to all 7 of our recommendations. And that was very warmly received by the community because they felt like they were being heard. The 7 points include aligning Centrelink payment days with alcohol-free days in Alice Springs, and we saw the success of that alignment over the Christmas period. For example, we want to have compulsory work and training programs with fortnightly reporting obligations for Centrelink recipients. We want performance audits of federally funded programs, royalty distributions. People in that town want those distributions done on community, not in the town. We need CASA exemptions, and I have to say the Prime Minister was very, very quick to move on the CASA exemptions, and it has made a world of difference to police in Alice Springs. Credit where credit's due. I'm working with the government on the remainder of the 7. One of them is back in our court to work through, but the rest have received a tepid or lukewarm response, Member for Blain, but we continue to work in good faith with the federal government, but very, very strong message from the coalition that they're listening to people in Alice Springs and they've signed up to all 7, which is great news for that town.